Wow, what a month it's been. From record-breaking sales, to major conventions, to new release information, and even a sneak peek back into Pokemon trading card game history. February was certainly not short on Pokemon news. Trust me, today's episode of Breaking News is one you won't want to miss. I'm Pokemon Classics, and I invite you to join me through our monthly recap. Let's roll the intro. Hey everybody, what's up from Pokemon Classics, reminding you that the classics never go out of style. Today we're breaking down the top 5 news stories in Pokemon, along with some of my own personal thoughts and commentaries on each one. That is the goal of my channel after all, is to keep you informed whether it's the good, the bad, or the ugly. Also, as is tradition on this series, don't forget to stick around to the end of the video for my top 5 content recommendations. These are some of the best PokeTuber videos of the month, and I'd highly encourage you to give each one a watch. Anyway, let's dive into our first news story. The first story on this list is probably the one that has garnered the most attention within and beyond the hobby, and that's the recent record-breaking sale of a Pikachu Illustrator card on Heritage Auctions. Now, for those unaware, the Pikachu Illustrator card is unequivocally regarded as the holy grail of Pokemon card collecting, with an estimated 24 PSA-graded copies in circulation. So anytime a copy is put up for auction, it's big news in the Pokemon community. Last year, for example, DJ and Pokemon enthusiast Steve Aoki purchased an ungraded copy for a record-setting price of $400,000. Now, this copy would go on to grade a PSA 9, by the way, but that's a whole nother story. The copy on Heritage Auctions, however, was a PSA 7, but despite the near-mint grade, the card still earned a record-setting $900,000. To the best of my knowledge, that's the most expensive public sale of a single card ever in Pokemon history, making for plenty of market talk and speculation. At a time when the market has already been trending down for Pokemon, it's fascinating to see cards like the Illustrator and other truly rare chase cards still holding strong. While some believe the price to be shilled and expect the card to go unpaid in the coming days, I'm cautiously optimistic. Cards like this are rarely available on the market and warrant significant demand from high-end collectors. It's a true testament to the power of actual rarity, scarcity, condition, and historical significance that define investment-worthy collectibles. Regardless of the price, it does still feel validating to see Pokemon taken seriously along other more established collectibles, and for that reason, I'll remain cautiously optimistic. Let me know what you guys think about the Pikachu Illustrator and this record-breaking sale down in the comments below. Our next story takes us to Orlando, Florida for the official kickoff of the Collectacon tour. For those unaware, Collectacon is a collectibles convention with a heavy emphasis on Pokemon, featuring celebrity guests, product giveaways, vendor booths, musical performances, and more. Basically, it's everything I love about the hobby, all packaged in one convenient location. Previously, this event was held exclusively in Texas. However, this year, Collectacon will be hosting a series of events across the United States, beginning with stop number 1 in Orlando over Pokemon Day. How perfect is that? This Collectacon was truly something special, and although I was unable to attend in person, I was able to tune into the live stream for a first edition base set box break sponsored by Heritage Auctions. Now, I know there's been no shortage of first edition base set box breaks recently, but this one featured an ensemble of Pokemon guests opening packs before an enthusiastic crowd of live Collectacon spectators. By far the most memorable moment was Gary, King Pokemon, pulling Holos from all 3 packs, including a Venusaur, a Zapdos, and of course, the Charizard. What made it even better is the buyer of the Charizard pack was live in the crowd and brought on stage to share in the moment. I just thought that was really cool. Not only did this lucky fan acquire a Grail Pokemon card that anybody would love to have, but also a one-of-a-kind memory to go along with it. Overall, I can't wait to see how Collectacon continues to evolve as the tour progresses. I know I'll be in attendance for at least a couple of them, and I hope to see some of you there as well. Historic oddities have always been a fascination of mine, and for many collectors, test print cards are highly sought after. Recently, we were given an inside look at Pokemon's early history when a prototype Chansey was released as part of the Creatures deck, an exclusive 25th anniversary item gifted to Pokemon illustrators. However, to close out February, Takumi Akabane offered us more insight into early Pokemon design with a series of Instagram posts of what appears to be actual, tangible test print cards, never before seen. These are stunning. They're amazing. And fellow E4 member and graphic design genius, Shizzle Me Timbers, put together a definitive guide documenting the development of Pokemon card design and walking through each iteration of the process. It's like a time capsule of Pokemon TCG development with detailed photos and accompanying commentary. Anyway, the article is fascinating and something I think every die-hard Pokemon enthusiast would definitely enjoy. I'll go ahead and leave a link to it down below. Perhaps the most interesting insight gathered from these photos, though, is a better understanding of how the standard card design evolved over time. For example, these early illustrations don't have backgrounds. However, in a video posted by Leonhardt last year, we see that many of these backgrounds were created from stock images further in the design process. We can also see the development of energy designs, border sizes and colors, the repositioning of various text and graphical elements within the cards themselves. Personally, I love stuff like this, and it's always humbling to see new discoveries being made, even after 26 years. This next story is a tragic one and hits close to home for me, as Punch-Out Gaming in Forest Lake, Minnesota, fell victim to a Pokemon card robbery valued at $200,000 worth of product. Now, this robbery occurred on February 9th after the store was closed, and according to reports and surveillance camera footage, the thief entered by breaking into the neighboring store and then cutting a hole through the drywall to gain access to the store's storage room. The calculated nature of this heist leads me to believe that the thief had working knowledge of the store and must have been there before at some point. He cut through the wall in just the right location to gain access under a shelf. Furthermore, he seemed quick to recognize and deactivate the security camera, but not before getting some detailed footage of the thief in action. Hopefully the store owners and authorities are able to review the existing security footage and identify this individual. According to the reports, the thief only stole Pokemon product, and as of making this video, still hasn't been identified. I believe the owners are offering a $1,000 reward for anyone who can help identify the thief, so if you have any information, definitely contact Punch-Out Gaming. I'll leave their information down below. Now, as a fellow Minnesotan and Pokemon collector, I'm heartbroken for Punch-Out Gaming. I actually sent them a letter of support. We'll be taking a road trip out there in the near future to visit the store in person, buy some products, and possibly film a video with the owners. I firmly believe that these small game stores are the foundation of the hobby and play a critical role in the health of the overall community. In fact, that's how I got started in 1999, by participating in and eventually running the league at my local card store. If any of you are able and willing, I encourage you to visit Punch-Out Gaming's website and help support them by purchasing some products or simply leaving some positive comments of support on their Facebook page. Small acts like this can definitely go a long way. Finally, we'll wrap up this month's news by recapping some product announcements and auction results. For many Pokemon enthusiasts, it seemed like just a matter of time until Pokemon Go teamed up with the Pokemon TCG for a collaboration. However, after 6 years, it's finally happening. On February 3rd, the Pokemon Company released a 7-second trailer announcing a Pokemon Go expansion, which is apparently coming later this summer. Other than that, there hasn't really been any information on what the set might look like or how it might synthesize the two different Pokemon subgenres together into one. Some have speculated that these new cards may act as a more modernized and sophisticated version of the E-Series cards, which were printed with scannable codes allowing users to unlock special games and features on their Game Boys. Seriously though, how cool would that be if special Pokemon, items, or abilities were transferable from the cards to your Pokemon Go account? Not only would this be great cross-marketing between the two, but it would also offer a new element of chase that's central to both Pokemon Go and the Pokemon trading card game. Again, this is just a rumor right now, but I really hope it's true. Finally, I wanted to highlight a couple larger sales that took place on Heritage auctions. Recently, Heritage sold a first edition PSA 10 Charizard for $336,000 and a first edition base set booster box for $288,000. both of these numbers after applying buyer's premium. Interestingly, this marks one of the highest prices for Charizard and one of the lowest prices for a sealed first edition base set box in the last 18 months. This leads me to wonder if the recent box breaks we've seen have influenced how people perceive the value of boxes moving forward. For example, we've seen several high-profile faked boxes and several box breaks recently without a single Charizard, not to mention the difficulty of grading that comes along with opening packs. Perhaps we're seeing a shift towards singles rather than boxes and packs. I don't know. It's too early to tell, but something I found interesting. Let me know what you guys think about it down below. Anyway, guys, before I unveil my top 5 videos of the month, consider hitting the like button and subscribing to my channel. I put hours and hours into each of these videos, and your support goes a long way in keeping me motivated and staying on the grind when it comes to making these videos. But anyway, I truly appreciate you all for watching, so let's roll into the top 5. One of my favorite Pokemon personalities is Jake, better known as Pokenomics here on YouTube. Usually Jake hosts engaging live streams with a diverse cast of supporting guests and great viewer conversations happening in the chat. I highly recommend joining one of these live streams if you haven't yet. They're great. However, I've also come to really enjoy the reaction videos Jake's been doing lately, giving a counterpoint to other PokeTubers' videos. Often, videos like mine are just one perspective, so the additional commentary and critique, I think, adds some much needed depth. So definitely keep those up. Great work, Jake. In early February, Pat Flynn gave us an insider's look at Leonhardt's 90s pop-up shop. Despite some issues with lines and crowd control and other logistics, it was still really cool to see all of the work that went into an event of this size and this magnitude. I particularly like seeing Pat's interactions with some of the younger fans in attendance. That really is always the best part. Of course, in traditional Pat Flynn style, this video was epic in its production quality and makes me eager to want to get out to more events this year. For those of you that don't know Top 10 Pokemon, he is the king of countdowns. However, this video was particularly hot because it's all about Charizards. At the beginning of February, PWCC had a massive collection of Charizards up for auction. While I know that Charizard cards are sometimes stealing all of the spotlight, they are some of the most iconic cards in the hobby. Anyway, check out this video from Top 10 Pokemon for a quick recap of all things Charizard. Never a stranger to unique Pokemon items, Rusty recently gave us a look at his newly acquired first edition base set Holo sheet. I believe this was the same sheet that was auctioned off on Golden Auctions last month, with a final price tag of $171,600. If that's not epic enough, this is actually the second such sheet in his collection. So I believe he now has one with thick stamps and one with the thin stamps. Anyway, it's always a pleasure to get a glimpse into these types of items, and I can't think of anyone better suited to educate us all than TCA Gaming. Finally, I wanted to acknowledge Old Skool Pokemon for his monthly business recap videos. Old Skool Pokemon's channel is a treasure trove of useful information, especially for anyone looking to start buying and selling cards as a business. In this particular video, he goes over his different sales platforms, including his revenues, expenses, and new purchases for the month of January. Not many people in the hobby are this public or transparent about their businesses, but I know a lot of people find these videos helpful and appreciate having insights into how to organize this type of information. So thanks for that, Old Skool Pokemon, and keep up the good work. Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Breaking News, where we break down some of the most important Pokemon news stories each month. Let me know what your thoughts are on these stories down in the comments below, and if there are any major news stories that I missed, definitely send them my way. Anyway, guys, I'm Pokemon Classics, reminding you that the classics never go out of style. Thanks for spending the time with me today, and we'll see you all with the next video. Stay well, everybody.